The Kansas City Chiefs have always been a team that pays close attention to every detail, and that includes their special teams, especially the punt returner role. Right now, there's plenty of buzz around who will take on that job this season, and one name that keeps coming up is Xavier Worthy. If you've been following camp or the latest Chiefs news, you probably heard Worthy's recent comments about those punt return rumors. So today, let's talk about what he had to say, why this role matters, and how it might shape the Chiefs' upcoming season. Worthy is coming into the spotlight not just as a wide receiver, but as a potential punt returner. And that's got fans wondering if he's the answer the Chiefs have been looking for. He's been honest about the competition and the opportunity, showing the kind of confidence that makes you think he's ready to step up. The way he talks about the position makes it clear he understands the responsibility and the impact a good punt returner can have on the game. Now, this isn't just about who's fastest or most agile. Being a punt returner for the Chiefs means handling pressure, reading the field quickly, and making smart decisions in a split second. Worthy seems to get that, and his attitude during camp shows he's hungry for the job. He hasn't shied away from the rumors or the expectations. Instead, he's embraced them, which is exactly the mindset you want in someone who might be tasked with changing the game's momentum on any given play. So, what do you think? Does Worthy have what it takes to become the Chiefs' new punt returner? Yes or no? I'm curious to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update about Worthy and the Chiefs. There's always something happening, and you want to be the first to know. This role might seem small to some, but for the Chiefs, it's a key piece of their game plan. Worthy stepping into this spotlight could mean exciting things ahead. So let's keep an eye on how this story develops in the coming weeks. Being a punt returner for the Kansas City Chiefs isn't just a spot on the depth chart. It's a legacy. Over the years, Chiefs fans have witnessed electric players take on the role and turn it into something special. Think back to guys like Dante Hall, the human joystick, who made returning punts look like an art form. That history sets a high bar, and any player stepping into that role knows the expectations are real. So when Xavier Worthy's name started floating around as a possible returner, it wasn't just a rumor. It became part of a bigger conversation about whether he could live up to that legacy. Worthy isn't just a fast receiver. He's blazing fast. At the NFL Combine, he ran a 4.21-second 40-yard dash. That's the fastest time ever recorded at the event. That kind of speed doesn't just make him dangerous downfield as a receiver, it makes him a potential nightmare for special teams units trying to chase him down. But speed alone doesn't guarantee success as a punt returner. You need awareness, timing, and nerves of steel when you're staring up at a football dropping out of the sky with defenders flying at you full speed. And from what we've seen so far in camp, Worthy's showing flashes of those traits. What makes this even more interesting is how well Worthy fits into Andy Reid's broader strategy. Reid doesn't just throw players into roles randomly. He looks for guys who can create mismatches and force defenses to adjust. With Worthy's ability to stretch the field on offense and potentially flip it on special teams, he becomes even more valuable to the roster. He's not just another rookie trying to make his mark. He's a weapon that could be used in multiple ways. And let's be real. Chiefs fans love a good underdog or breakout story. Imagine Worthy, a rookie, not only making plays as a receiver, but flipping the field with a punt return touchdown at Arrowhead. That's the kind of moment fans remember. So here's a question for you. Who's your all-time favorite Chiefs punt returner? Drop it in the comments and let's see which name comes up the most. And hey, if you love hearing about these behind-the-scenes developments and special team storylines that don't always make headlines, go ahead and like the video. It helps us out a ton and lets us keep bringing you more deep-dive Chiefs content just like this. With all the buzz around Xavier Worthy, possibly stepping into the punt returner role, it's easy to forget he's not the only name in the mix. The Chiefs are known for creating a competitive environment, and this year's special teams battle is no exception. There are other players in camp who could very well step up and take that job, and each one brings something a little different to the table. Let's start with Montrell Washington. He had some flashes last season and has actual in-game return experience. That kind of familiarity with the speed and intensity of NFL special teams play gives him a slight edge in the early going. He's shifty, he's confident, and he knows what it takes to field a punt under pressure. Then there's Ihmir Smith-Marsette, another player with return ability who's shown solid ball handling and field vision in the past. He may not have Worthy's top-end speed, but his steadiness and experience shouldn't be overlooked. And of course, you can't count out the possibility of a veteran stepping in as a reliable option. Dave Toub, the Chiefs' special teams coordinator, has always valued trust and ball security over flash. So while the fans might love the idea of a home run threat like Worthy, the coaching staff will be looking closely at who they can count on in high-stakes moments. That said, the competition is exactly what the Chiefs want. It pushes everyone to step up. Whether it's Worthy, Washington, or someone else entirely, the guy who earns this spot will have done it by proving he can handle the pressure, perform consistently, and contribute to field position battles every week. This isn't just about who makes the flashiest play, it's about who makes the smartest decision when the lights are brightest. So I've gotta ask, if you had to choose today, who do you think should be the Chiefs' primary punt returner? Let me know in the comments. I know it's a tough call, but your opinion matters here on this channel. We're building a real community of fans who love this team and want to talk about every angle of it. And if you want to keep up with the camp battles and roster decisions as they unfold, don't forget to subscribe. We're pushing toward our next milestone, 5,000 subscribers, and your support helps us get there faster. Sometimes it's easy to overlook just how much a punt returner can change the game. It's not always about racking up the most yards or pulling off a highlight reel return, though those moments definitely get fans fired up. The real impact of a great punt returner shows up in subtle ways, flipping field position, creating momentum shifts, and even breaking the mental rhythm of the opposing team. For a team like the Chiefs, who are already built to attack, having someone dynamic and reliable back there just adds another weapon to the arsenal. Think about it. A 15-yard return instead of a fair catch can be the difference between starting a drive at your own 35-yard line instead of the 20. That doesn't just help Patrick Mahomes, it opens up the entire playbook. Suddenly, Andy Reid can be more aggressive, more creative, and that makes the Chiefs even harder to defend. On the flip side, if your returner is shaky or loses yards, it puts the offense in a tougher spot right out of the gate. Then there's the emotional side. A big return can turn the entire energy of the stadium on its head. One explosive play can break a game wide open or swing momentum back in your favor when it feels like everything's slipping away. That's why the Chiefs take this role so seriously, and why fans should too. Whether it's Worthy, Washington, or someone else, whoever wins this job will be tasked with making split-second decisions that can tilt the outcome of a game. So let's settle this once and for all. Do you think a great punt returner can change the outcome of a game? Just a simple yes or no down in the comments. I'll be looking out for your take. And while you're here, if you agree that special teams can win games, hit that like button. It helps. More fans like you find the channel and keeps the community growing strong.